people! Thank you so much for coming to watch this show once again today. You are welcome.
Welcome.
We hope you are fine. We are fine.
Very fine.
Very fine. Thank you so much for once again watching. If you have been watching all through the time, and if it is your very first time to watch us, I tell you, we give information. We are fun. Please subscribe. You don't want to miss us again another
Tell a
time.
friend to tell a friend and tell a friend.
Tell everybody. Put it on your statuses. The link. Yeah. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for once again watching.
Yeah.
Today we have a team of guys behind a very whole big congregation that is helping us come up with this video.
Yeah.
Mister.
We actually managed to pull off one of the best teams in the Eastern Central.
Videographers and all. Please, if the resolution is bad for you, we are sorry.
Wow.
But anyways, guys, today we are excited. We have made 6 months in marriage.
Come again.
6 months.
Remember the times when we used to say we have made 2 weeks.
I know, right?
1 month.
You know when we wanted to start the show and it's only 2 weeks, and I'm like, but in 2 weeks, what can we talk about?
What
Marriage?
experience,
No,
really.
even listen. But yo,
6 months.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for those that have ridden this journey with us. Some people, those that have our WhatsApp statuses, follow up and see a little things that go in our lives. Now, today we thought about introduce what we're talking about.
I knew you were bad at that. All right. So today we have just said 6 months into marriage, and we want to
In marriage.
Yeah, in marriage.
Not into marriage.
You failed, so let me do it.
Okay.
So I want us to look at what marriage is and what it is, what other people expect it to be.
Really?
Not so?
That's a bad introduction.
Okay.
What we are talking about is like what marriage is, what you make it. Now we want to use our experience, so for the very little experience of 6 months, to determine or to say out the things we expected. Yeah, of course you have expectations before you get into marriage. Now when you get there, the real deal happens and you're like, is this what I expected or what?
Things are getting tighter, or things are better.
Yeah, but we also know that each of us now came from a different family. So we had a different picture of what marriage should be. Yeah. And then we came together and put it on plate and we are like, this is what we want our marriage to be. And sometimes you probably grew up, your mother doesn't really love your father like the way you probably would want them to. And they're like, when I get married, I want to love my wife like this. When I get married, I want to do this. Because marriage is what you make it. So Mr. Cloud, tell us. Oh, introductions. My name is Mrs. Cloud.
Mr. Cloud, yours truly.
Okay.
So I believe that every person that is planning to get married or wants to get married has something in their mind of what marriage is supposed to be.
And fears of what marriage could be.
Of which fears are, that's the biggest part.
Yeah, fears.
And that's why some friends of ours don't want to get married, because of the fears.
Friends, the people behind cameras here fear marriage like what?
You know, some people call it a nightmare.
Someone said marriage is a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
He has never been married,
but it's a nightmare. So, how do we make it?
No. Let's use your life.
Okay.
What picture did you draw for marriage for yourself? And how have you found it in these 6 months?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I set the standards from the start. The kind of marriage I wanted, I had it in my head. I knew I wanted it to run like this. I wanted to be free with my wife. I wanted to do everything that I would love to do. And when I looked at the different marriages while growing up, I decided to pick something and also drop something. That, if I see something that is being done by someone, I'm like, no, I cannot do that to my wife, and I will not do it. So I drew a line of what I wanted from the different experiences that I had.
Example.
Wow.
Yeah, like for me, when I was thinking of getting married, I thought my husband would carry me on his back every day. I mean, like, that's what I wanted.
So is he carrying you on your back every day?
My friends, oh.
Well. So, for instance, I'm going to give an example of provision. While growing up, we grew up in different societies. I grew up in the village, then I went to Masaka, then from Masaka to Kampala.
You're an Afghans?
Not really. I'm a Ugandan. Proud one.
Yeah, like
And
but
Uganda.
Masaka and Kampala.
Come on.
Okay, moving on.
So I looked at provision, and I grew up in societies where people were lacking in provision, whereby fathers would not provide meals at home, and you'll find mothers struggling to provide for the kids at home. If the father doesn't get some money, they will not come back home. They will run away because of the responsibility and all that. So I agreed to know that, you know what? In my family, when I get married to my wife, I will make sure that I provide for her everything that she needs.
KFC in the name of Jesus.
Okay. Thank you for interrupting me.
Sorry.
So I made it a point that I'll provide for my family. I'll provide for my wife. She has to be beautiful. I have to give her anything she asks for. I have to provide food at home. And when you put that at the back of your mind, the next thing that comes up is hard work. Because if you don't work hard, you'll not provide. So you have to work so that you provide. That is one example that I had. And there are very many more others. And you? What about you? What's your case? How did you want marriage to be, and how is it so far?
Alright, so for me, when I was thinking of getting married, like my expectations for marriage, I really wanted to. Time is up, guys.
You really wanted to?
I really wanted, of course, to have this united family where me and my husband are happy, you know, sharing our lives with people. Of course, the babies, I needed all of that to be like.
You wanted the unity,
the
united family.
The unity, the everything. Yeah. But also, I didn't grow up in such a family. So now I was dreaming of something that I didn't grow up having. And so when I got married to this, to this
handsome chubby guy.
Oh please, chubby, no.
Okay.
To this guy, to this cute guy, I said, this is what I want my family to be. I want to look after my husband, I want to love him, I want us to be happy, I want us to get kids, have a bunch of friends that, you know, will open our house to people to come, fellowship together, all those sorts of things. But these are things that I didn't see in my home, like at my home back home. We didn't have most of those things. Of course, like you go visit your Georgia, go visit your auntie and pick out a few beautiful things that you think you might want to customize to your own life. And you guys, 6 months now, we are trying. We are still a work in progress, but we are trying to make a new definition of marriage. Not because of what we grew up seeing.
God's grace.
Yeah, not because of what we grew up seeing, but because of what a beautiful marriage should be. And God is so much into the center of this. Yeah. Once God is out, things cannot be what you dream them to be. So.
And you know, while we were in those days when we were vibing each other.
When you were vibing.
Remember the time when you said that what our home should be or what our marriage should be a model marriage. Yeah, you should talk about also those things while you're dating. Yes. Put it on plate, what do you dream, and then see whether even the two of you can work together, whether the both of you can pull it off. You can have a husband like mine that loves people to come around every day. So if you're that kind of wife that doesn't like people, you like your space, things might not turn out good for you. So if you get to discuss and know what your spouse wants and the picture they have, you try then to put all these two dreams into one and perfect your marriage. Marriage is beautiful. So beautiful. Marriage, not a nightmare. Not a nightmare. It is just for us, marriage has become an ease to life
We do things together. We put up dreams together, set goals together, and guess what? We get to put two minds to one thing. He was telling me about how he was seeing and never expected to be maybe in a bigger house. He never expected to do a lot of spending on certain things, but once you come together, there is development, there is growth, there is
expansion,
there is love, there is expansion, and all those very beautiful things. Now guys, today we were encouraging you not to fear marriage. Yeah, not because...
Don't listen to what those guys say.
Please listen a few things.
I mean to those guys that said those negative...
Don't listen
sentiments.
to the negativity about marriage, because you have the power to make
exactly
what you want. And
it's
nobody is ever ready for marriage until you are married.
Yeah.
So,
thank you so much.
Let's get married.
Like, share, comment.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for watching.
Subscribe.
Shout outs to those guys that were on the camera. We won't mention names.
Bye, guys.
Bye.